Hi there. Have you ever wished your partner would stop taking you for granted and start cherishing the moments you share? Maybe you're in a long-distance relationship, and the physical separation feels like an emotional chasm. Or perhaps you've recently hit a rocky patch, and you're wondering how to remind him of your unique value. Here's the truth. Relationships thrive on connection and desire, but sometimes the spark can dim. So, how do you reignite it? In this story, I'll share a journey that's all about rediscovering your power, your independence, and your worth, all while naturally making him crave your presence. This isn't about playing mind games or manipulating emotions. It's about becoming the kind of person he can't help but miss. And the beauty of it? You'll find yourself falling in love with your own life again in the process. If you're ready to explore how to balance mystery, confidence, and emotional intimacy, then stay with me. These 7 steps are not just strategies. They're a way to transform your relationship and yourself. Let's dive into how you can gently. 1. Start saying no. I used to say yes to everything he asked. A spontaneous dinner date? Sure. Last-minute plans to hang out? Absolutely. At first, it felt good to be so available, to show him that I cared and wanted to spend time together. But over time, something shifted. My constant yes started to feel less appreciated, almost expected. It was as if my time had no value of its own. That's when I realized saying no wasn't just about boundaries. It was about reminding him that my time mattered too. Here's the thing about always being available. It sends the message that you have no other commitments or priorities, which can lead to being taken for granted. So, the next time he called me at the last minute with plans, I did something new. I politely declined. "I can't tonight. I already have plans," I said. And guess what? It was liberating. Not only did I feel more in control of my schedule, but I also noticed a subtle shift in his behavior. Suddenly, he was making an effort to plan ahead, asking me about my availability days in advance instead of assuming I'd always be free. Saying no isn't about playing hard to get or creating artificial distance. It's about showing that your life is full and meaningful, with or without him. It's about taking back your time and prioritizing your happiness, hobbies, and friendships. When you show that you're not just sitting around waiting for his call, he starts to recognize your value in a new light. The best part? You'll start to feel better too. By making space for the things you enjoy, whether it's a night out with friends, a workout class, or even a quiet evening to yourself, you'll recharge your confidence and energy. And trust me, that confidence is magnetic. It's the kind of energy that makes him wonder what you're up to and inspires him to step up his game. Saying no also sets the stage for healthier communication. When you're clear about your boundaries, you encourage him to respect your time and effort more. And as he starts to plan better and invest more thought into your time together, the dynamic of your relationship will shift for the better. So, if you're used to being the yes person, take a leap. Start saying no sometimes. Not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You'll be amazed at how much it changes, not only how he sees you, but also how you see yourself. 2. Be mysterious. Leave him wanting to know more. One of the most captivating things you can do in a relationship is to embrace a little mystery. Think about it. When you know everything about someone, down to the smallest detail, the intrigue fades. But when there's just enough left unsaid, it piques curiosity and keeps the connection exciting. That's why being mysterious isn't about withholding. It's about sharing your life in small, meaningful doses and letting him work to uncover more. For instance, if he asks what you're doing tonight, keep it simple. "I'm going out for dinner." There's no need to list who you're meeting or where you're going unless he asks. When you leave a few things to the imagination, it encourages him to wonder and, more importantly, ask questions. This kind of intrigue makes interactions more engaging and helps him realize that he doesn't have automatic access to every detail of your life. He has to earn that level of trust and openness. Avoid over-explaining or justifying your activities. If you're heading to the gym or catching up with friends, share that in a straightforward way, but resist the urge to give him a play-by-play of your day. Not only does this keep things light and interesting, but it also reminds him that you have your own life, full of exciting and fulfilling moments outside the relationship. This independence is incredibly attractive because it shows that your happiness doesn't solely depend on him. Being mysterious doesn't mean you're playing games or trying to make him insecure. It's about creating a natural balance in how much you share and when. This approach fosters a sense of curiosity and keeps the relationship dynamic fresh. When he doesn't have all the answers, he'll be more motivated to connect with you, to learn more, and to make an effort to stay engaged. Ultimately, the art of mystery is about valuing your privacy and individuality while allowing your partner to discover pieces of your world at a natural pace. When you balance openness with subtle intrigue, you create a dynamic where he feels both challenged and excited to know you better. So keep it simple, keep it light, and let him come closer on his own terms. After all, the best relationships thrive when there's always something new to discover about each other. 3. Use social media. Wisely, showcase your thriving life. Social media isn't just for sharing cute pet pictures or vacation snapshots. It can also be a subtle yet powerful way to remind him of the incredible person you are. By posting authentic, fun updates about your life, you can show him that you're thriving, independent, and living life to the fullest, with or without him. This isn't about faking anything. It's about genuinely celebrating the things that make you happy and fulfilled. For example, if you've picked up a new hobby, gone out with friends, or attended an exciting event, don't hesitate to share it. A photo of you at a lively concert, a group selfie at brunch, or a snapshot of your weekend hike can speak volumes. These posts tell the world and him that your life is vibrant, full, and meaningful. It's a subtle reminder that you're not just sitting around waiting for his call. You're busy enjoying life and making the most of every moment. Authenticity is key here. Avoid over-the-top or exaggerated posts designed to make him jealous or insecure. Instead, focus on sharing moments that genuinely bring you joy. Whether it's a new book you're loving, a delicious meal you've cooked, or an inspiring trip to the gym, these glimpses into your life show that you're grounded, happy, and capable of creating your own happiness. Here's the catch. Less is more. You don't need to flood your feed with updates or make every post about impressing others. A few well-timed, thoughtful posts can create just enough intrigue. He might start wondering what else you're up to and feel a renewed desire to be part of your adventures. By using social media wisely, you're not only showcasing your independence, but also reminding him of the fun and exciting person you are. It's a gentle way of sparking his curiosity and showing him that being with you means being part of an incredible, fulfilling journey. So post that stunning sunset photo, share the hilarious meme, and let the world and him see you thriving. 4. Stop initiating contact. Let him feel your absence. One of the hardest but most effective ways to make him miss you is to stop initiating contact. If you're someone who's always the first to text, call, or check in, it might be time to take a step back. This isn't about playing games or being cold. It's about giving him the space to notice what life feels like without your constant presence. Sometimes, silence can speak louder than words. When you pull back and stop reaching out first, he'll start to sense the shift. The texts he used to expect from you might not come, and those casual calls might suddenly be absent. It's in these quiet moments that he'll begin to reflect on how much he valued your communication. Without you initiating, he'll have the opportunity to miss the way you made him feel connected and appreciated. This approach can be challenging, especially if you're used to being the one to keep the conversation going. It's natural to want to reach out when you care about someone, but by resisting the urge, you're creating a sense of balance and allowing him to take the lead. When he does reach out, it's a sign that he values your presence and is willing to put in the effort to maintain the connection. Another important aspect of this strategy is to manage your response time when he does contact you. You don't need to reply the second your phone buzzes. Take your time. Let him see that you're not just sitting around waiting for his call or text. This subtle shift shows that you have a life of your own, one that's rich, busy, and fulfilling. It also encourages him to appreciate the time and attention you choose to give him. Remember, this isn't about punishing him or creating distance for the sake of it. It's about recalibrating the dynamic and ensuring that your communication feels mutual and valued. When he realizes the void left by your absence, he'll be reminded of how important you are in his life. And when he does reach out, the connection will feel more intentional and meaningful. So take a deep breath, put down the phone, and let him take the initiative. Sometimes, the best way to strengthen a connection is to give it a little room to breathe. 5. Prioritize your needs, focus on yourself, and reclaim your independence. One of the most empowering steps you can take in any relationship is to prioritize your own needs. It's easy to get caught up in the rhythm of putting someone else first, especially when you care deeply about them. But here's the truth. When you focus on yourself, your hobbies, your friendships, and your personal growth, you remind both yourself and him of your independence and value. Think about the things that make you happy outside of the relationship. Maybe you've always loved painting, running, or taking yoga classes but haven't made time for them lately. Now's the perfect moment to rediscover those passions. By filling your schedule with activities you love, you're not just keeping busy. You're also nurturing your happiness and self-confidence. And that energy is magnetic. Spending time with friends is another powerful way to shift the focus back to yourself. Organize a fun night out, catch up with your best friend over coffee, or plan a weekend trip. Not only does this strengthen your social connections, but it also reminds him, and yourself, that you have a life beyond the relationship. This isn't about creating jealousy. It's about showing that your world is rich and fulfilling, with or without him. A busy schedule also has a way of setting boundaries naturally. When your calendar is packed with meaningful activities, you're less likely to drop everything at a moment's notice for him. This shift helps establish balance and subtly communicates that your time is valuable. He'll begin to see that he needs to make an effort to fit into your life, which only deepens his appreciation for you. Focusing on your needs isn't about distancing yourself or creating a wedge. It's about realigning your priorities to ensure that your happiness isn't solely tied to someone else. By doing so, you create a healthier relationship dynamic where both partners can thrive individually and together. Ultimately, prioritizing yourself is one of the most attractive things you can do. It shows confidence, independence, and self-worth, all qualities that inspire admiration and respect. So take that pottery class, hit the gym, or plan a weekend with friends. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll not only feel amazing, but you'll also remind him why he was drawn to you in the first place. 6. Build emotional intimacy. Create a safe space for connection. Emotional intimacy is the glue that binds relationships together. It's the feeling of being deeply understood, cared for, and valued. To cultivate this kind of connection, you need to create an environment where he feels completely comfortable sharing his thoughts and feelings. This means being compassionate, supportive, and most importantly, non-judgmental. When he talks about his worries, ambitions, or even his past, be present and listen actively. Instead of jumping in with advice or solutions, acknowledge his feelings and let him know you're there for him. A simple, "That sounds really tough," or "I'm proud of you for sharing this with me," can make him feel appreciated and safe. These moments of vulnerability strengthen the bond between you and make your relationship feel special. Don't forget to be vulnerable yourself. Share your dreams, fears, and experiences in a way that invites him to connect with you on a deeper level. Emotional intimacy is a two-way street, and your openness will encourage him to trust you even more. Over time, he'll come to associate you with that unique sense of comfort and understanding, something he'll miss when you're not around. However, emotional intimacy doesn't always have to be serious. A mix of lighthearted moments and deep conversations creates a dynamic that feels natural and fulfilling. Be the person who can make him laugh one moment and hold space for his emotions the next. This balance keeps the connection fresh and meaningful. 7. Give him something to miss. Radiate confidence, joy, and independence. To make someone miss you, you need to become a presence that feels irreplaceable, someone who lights up their life with positivity, confidence, and a zest for living. It's not about being perfect or trying too hard. It's about embracing your authentic self while creating an experience he'll long to have again and again. Start by being a source of joy and fun in his life. When you're together, focus on creating moments that feel effortless and enjoyable. Be playful, laugh freely, and bring an energy that makes him feel good about himself and your time together. People naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel happy and appreciated, so aim to be a lighthearted and uplifting influence in his world. Confidence plays a key role here. Show him that you're self-assured and secure in who you are. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about knowing your value and carrying yourself with grace and assurance. When you're confident, it shows in how you speak, how you carry yourself, and how you interact with others. This quality is magnetic and leaves a lasting impression. Equally important is maintaining your independence. Let him see that your life is full and meaningful outside of the relationship. Spend time with friends, pursue your passions, and engage in activities that bring you joy. When you're thriving on your own, he'll be drawn to the energy and fulfillment you exude. This independence not only makes you more attractive, but also reminds him that you're a high-value partner whose presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. It's essential to avoid coming across as overly needy or attached. Constantly seeking reassurance or attention can weigh down the relationship. Instead, let your interactions be light and fun. Keep things fresh and avoid making him feel like your happiness solely depends on him. This approach creates a dynamic where he associates you with positivity and excitement, making your absence noticeable and your presence cherished. Ultimately, giving him something to miss is about leaving a lasting impression of joy, confidence, and warmth. When you balance independence with a playful spirit, you create a space where he not only wants to be, but actively misses when you're not around. The tips we've discussed may sound straightforward, but the real magic lies in your commitment and consistency. It's easy to nod along and think, I can do that. But when emotions run high, when the urge to text him back immediately kicks in, it takes discipline to hold yourself back. The truth is, change doesn't happen overnight, and sticking to these strategies requires patience and self-control. Let's talk about one of the biggest challenges: resisting the temptation to respond to his calls or messages right away. Whether you've been dating for a few weeks or a few years, the same principle applies. Taking a moment to pause before you reply sends a subtle but powerful message. You're not sitting around waiting for him to reach out. Instead, you're living your life, prioritizing your time, and creating space for him to realize your value. That pause, no matter how small, can make a big difference in how he perceives you. Remember, relationships thrive when both partners put in effort. Even if you've been together for years, it's never too late to reignite that spark. These tips aren't about playing games or creating unnecessary distance. They're about fostering a dynamic that keeps the connection fresh, exciting, and meaningful. It's about showing him that you're a person with your own passions, interests, and boundaries, a person worth missing. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these suggestions before? How did they work for you? Did you notice a shift in how your partner responded or in how you felt about yourself? Share your experiences in the comments below. I read every single one and make it a point to respond because your stories matter. And if you're looking for more ways to build stronger, happier relationships, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me know what content resonates with you. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, small changes done consistently can lead to incredible transformations in your relationship. I'll see you in the next video. See you in the next video. See you in the next video.